Well, we're here at the dam hive and looking at the frames. This queen's got a really nice brood pattern. This is the second frame that looks like this. I didn't get a picture of the first one, but this is the second one. See the brood on here? There's some young bees on here. I'm going to go through this and see how many frames we've got of brood. Well, it appears there are 2 frames of brood in that top box. The bottom box is virtually empty. There's nothing in it. There's some drawn frames, but nothing in the frames. Top box has quite a bit of honey in those couple of frames that's got some brood on it, and a frame or so of pollen and bee bread. The fondant patty, the bees have eaten a little bit of it, but they're still working on it, so it's in good shape yet. When I got here, the lid had blown off, so I'm gonna have to make sure I fasten it down before I leave. So that's the dam hive. Let's go on over to the other hives and take a look there. Okay, now we're here at the other Langstroth hive we have at the Holts Summit yard, and looks like they've eaten a lot more of the fondant. They still got quite a bit left, but evidently they don't have as much honey in the frames as the other one does. I may end up equalizing them in a week or so if things don't change and they start bringing in a lot of nectar. So, but I'm going to go through this real quick and I'll bring you along. This hive does have some honey and nectar in it, and as you can see here, that's drone brood. It looks like it's in drone comb, so I don't know that it's a drone laying queen. There's drone brood on that side too. We'll see if we have any worker brood in here. This was a cutout from a box that I had last summer, and it's in 2 medium boxes, so it's a little different setup than what I normally do. So let me check the rest of this and I'll be back. Okay, after going through this hive, the bottom box, it really didn't have anything in it except for bees, and there was a little bit of honey in it, but very little. Most of it's up in the top box like the other hive. I did not find the queen, so one of 2 things has happened. Either the queen has started laying drone, or she's a drone layer, or we have a laying worker situation. And either way, we're going to have to fix this. To fix a laying queen drone layer, you would kill the queen and add this to another hive, or add a queen to this hive. And it's too early in the year for any queen, so I'd have to combine it with another hive. To fix a laying worker situation, you almost have to dump the bees out close to your other hives and let them find their way into the other hive and get rid of this equipment or add it to the other hive for them to work on. But I don't have a way of getting this hive from here clear over to where the dam hive is, which is 100 and some yards away. I don't want to carry it that far, so I'm going to have to regroup, and I'll bring a cart or something out here to move it in the next couple of days. But more than likely, I'm just going to end up dumping it out by that other hive and letting the bees work their way in and strengthen that hive up. Unless I go through it one more time when I do come back out here with the cart and find the queen. If the queen's in there, I may do a combine with that other hive. Either way, I'm going to have to move this hive up there to the other one. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know. I'll update you on this hive in a future video. So okay, well, we're down here at the Land's hive now, and we're going to take a look at and see what we got here. They're a little more agitated than the other hives, so I had to go get my bee suit, my bee jacket, and put it on. So let me dig in here and we'll see what they got. Okay, well, I was getting a little worried. From here to here is 9 frames, and all those frames pretty well, all they had on them was honey, maybe a little bit of pollen. This last frame had pollen and bee bread in it, but these all had honey. They're not full frames of honey, they're partial frames. Maybe a quarter of the frame has got honey on the top quarter of the frame. But then I got to this frame and we've got brood. Queen's got a good laying pattern, as you can see there. It's like that on both sides. And if you notice, that brood is back to back, so they can keep that brood warm. It's in spherical shape in the hive. So I'm going to check out these next few frames, and if I see the queen or some extraordinary brood pattern, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see all that young larvae around that cap brood. That white, that's all brood larvae. So they're starting to build up. There's the next frame of brood. Again, can you see the white larvae around that brood, cap brood? That's, and the other side. I'm keeping an eye out for the queen. I haven't seen her yet. Oh, there she is. I think I can get her in the frame. Where'd she go? There she is, over here along the edge. She's got green on her back. So hopefully I get her in the frame. Okay, well, the next couple of frames, all they were either empty or had a little bit of honey and pollen and stuff in them. No brood in them yet. So this is still only March the 11th, so it's not that late in the year. They're just now getting started building up. We've had some cold weather and stuff, and this is the first real long warm spell we've had in a while. So the bees that I've got are basically Missouri mutts. They have a lot of Caucasian I think in them and stuff. It's hard to know for sure what they are, but they're darker bees, so they build up a little later in the year than the Italians would build up. So that's not a bad thing in Missouri. That way you don't have to feed them so much and worry about them starving out on you. Here's a look at the entrance of the hive. There's pollen coming in. There's a lot of bees. There's quite a few bees in there. They're covering those frames fairly well. The honey frames, there's a few bees policing, making sure there's no hive beetles or anything getting in there. I seen 1 or 2 hive beetles in the hive, but they'll take care of those. So that's all for this hive. So we'll talk to you here in a little bit. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me today, and if you did, give this video a like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And until we see you out the bee yard, happy beekeeping, and thanks for watching.